Hello everybody and welcome to today's disaster. We are playing Neopets today. The music in the background is from Bomberman Hero. It's a song called Milky, and it just sounds relaxing. But I am your humble host, Gavin the Kitty, and with me today is...
He muted Artie!
Yeah, and...
I exist. Hello, I am Sin, and I fell down some stairs.
He did. It probably hurt quite a bit. But regardless, we hear what's with the title. You're gonna find out what's up with the title. Let me unveil the curtain, because I know it looks really concerning. So this is Neopets. Okay, the audio is still good. This has been one of the biggest pain in the asses to capture thus far. So, let's, yes, I know you can see my mouse, and that's for a good reason. It is a DS emulator. Alright.
I see so many mice. There were like 12.
Oh boy. So we can select a species. Oh, it does have it does have my favorite species.
Who's your favorite?
It's... Oh, they've also got that one too. That's a close second. Oh, they've got a whole bunch. Holy shit. I always like the Kakik.
Kachik.
But oh my gosh.
That was... I can get into a story about a blue Kachik. That's like... I can get into a story, but let's do the intro stuff.
I've got a blue star one. Hey Revolta. Looks slightly crusty, but the good kind. What's a DS title?
This is crusty. This is a very crusty Neopet game.
I'm sorry. I couldn't find the
darkest...
darkest...
I feel so out of place.
I couldn't find the darkest fairy in time, so I'm waiting on it to finish.
Going on eBay.
I did! I already bought a boxed copy. Gosh, don't harass me.
Did you know
bad
that
I feel so disconnected.
You're fine.
You can buy... Last I knew, which was a while ago, you could buy demo disc for the Darkest Fairy, which had all this, like, interesting stuff on it.
Ooh, interesting.
They're like, not for resale, and then it's like, hey, look at all these copies on eBay.
So,
I'm meaning to get myself a copy.
So let me open up with a little bit of lore and history for you. So Neopets was a thing where you could buy a plushie in stores and link...
No, that's Webkins.
Well, yeah, but Neopets later did this, and this is how I remember it.
T-Quest.
Yeah, so it was an online Flash sort of thing, and they updated it recently, too. It's still going. And somehow it got linked with, I don't know, it somehow got linked up with fucking, Church Scientology, somehow?
Well, there's a lot of deep Neopet lore. I still don't understand the whole Scientology. Sorry, I still like actively play Neopets. But yeah, the Scientology thing I think was with one or two of the original creators, I believe, and I forget how it ended up, but they're not still Scientology if you go on their website.
No, it's recently, I believe within at least when this game was around, I think it was just then being bought by Nickelodeon, so...
Yeah.
So we gotta...
Neopets is owned by Nickelodeon?
Yeah,
It was. Now it's owned by Jumpstart.
And we'll get there when we get there, and that has to do with our title screen. Yeah, we'll get there. So we got story mode and instant action. What should I pick, Artie?
I'd say story mode, because the story mode, if I remember, in the DS version is way slower than the Wii version. Or no, way faster, sorry.
Cool. Welcome to the land of Skatu.
Shenku.
God dang. A good start. Let's start this. Alright. But Neopets was an online thing and whatnot, and eventually they had plushies and McDonald's tie-ins, and it just got really popular, and I to this day, still have plushies and cards and little things from my time of, like, knowing what Neopets was.
Hell yeah.
In fact, the fact that I still have most of the McDonald's plushies just kind of says a lot. The fact that
and they were like pretty good quality for a McDonald's toy.
Oh!
Like I still have all of mine up in a box. One day I will take my entire collection down and put them all together because it's massive. And I never got rid of any of them.
I'm not even gonna lie. The ones that I have, I get out regularly. They are still just as soft as the day I had them.
Yeah, no. Most of mine are in storage because just lack of space with my other collections, but I keep a little yellow Poogle McDonald's toy at my keyboard here at my home office.
Oh, this is just Go. I've played this before.
Yeah, it's not a thrilling... Puzzle Adventure is not as thrilling.
Yeah, well, so originally this was not supposed to be the game we were playing today. I'm gonna be honest. We were gonna start the Darkest Fairy, but I recognized that I had accidentally traded in my copy, and when I went to the game store, wasn't able to find one in time, so I've had to wait on it to be ordered from eBay, and yeah, that's...
Will spawn eventually.
I'm sure. But my history of Neopets didn't really start with online. It started and ended with those plushies. Because I wasn't allowed on the internet when I was a wee little baby.
Neopets, I've been playing since January 2003. Neopets was like the first game, because my dad did cybersecurity stuff and was a tech guy, so he knew not to just let your kids be like wild on the computer. And so that was like the first thing my brother and I were allowed to play. Like we were introduced to it by one of my brother's friends. And they showed us the site, and we're like, oh my god, this is so cool. We're like, Mom, Dad, can we please play this? And my dad, double-checked it for security, and it's been all up downhill from there.
Up downhill, perfect.
Up downhill. It's been like a long-running love of mine for years. Kacheeks, your little character there, were my favorite. I had on the site, I mean, the names had to have like 8 trillion numbers, because you couldn't have like reuse the same name, which was lame. But mine was named XO, like, hugs, kisses, the Kacheek. And when I learned at the ripe age of right about 6 years old, that you could get Neopet plushies, all I wanted was that blue Kacheek. And you could only, at the time, get them in limited 2. And I was a
Mhm.
small child. I didn't go into a preteen girl clothing store. But it was such a big deal when I got my first Neopet plushie. Oh my, and that absolutely sent me downhill because God, I have probably if you include all the tiny McDonald's ones, probably over 200 of the plushies. Like my family, when they came to McDonald's, we went ham for the Neopet plushies. Like we weren't unhealthy about it, but we went to McDonald's more frequently than we normally would have.
I'm gonna be real. I was
Just
still pissed I couldn't complete the whole set.
Well, there were so many because there were all the different species of them, and
Mhm.
then all the different colors. I don't have a complete set. I think there are one
I'm
or
just
two
gonna
species in
quickly say,
Neopets.
may I just quickly say, hello February, welcome to the VC.
Yep. We're just reminiscing about Neopets. I don't Sin, do you have any recollection of Neopets at all? I think
Nope! I have zero idea. Like,
I figured because it's a bit before your time. Which, that's
yeah.
understandable.
Yeah, the people who mostly play Neopets now are adults who played it as kids and still love it. Like that's pretty much it.
And I'm gonna be real.
Played as a kid.
It's fine. You don't have to. Neopets was sort of just a thing. I'm really bad at this game. I'm sorry, guys. I know.
You're getting beat by the tutorial boss.
I know. Hey, Fevs.
I was pro at the Wii version of this game as a kid.
Is it
it was.
Can I ask, is this the same game on the Wii?
Yeah, but the format's a little different. And the graphics are a little less scrungy.
Well, I can only be so much of a scrungly. Oh, shit. Oh, so then that would... Okay, damn it. Okay, so what I want is, something like this, I think. No, it wasn't. That's not what they want. I'm really bad at Go, guys. I'm sorry. I know it's probably not even called Go. I don't remember what it's called.
I think the actual game is called Go. I think you're right in that.
This is... Because, I mean, that's all it is. That's all it is. But I am god-awful. Fuck. Okay, I need this corner.
The direct was pretty solid. It
It
was all right. There were a couple things I am excited about, but overall, it's all right.
Well, I officially lost the first boss.
Woo!
So, you know what? We should probably explain a little bit. So, let's... I didn't know about this, but, when searching for a thumbnail for today's video, because we already picked out Neopets. We picked it out, last month.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, we'll play Neopets. It'll be grand. Well, I ended up coming across a couple of articles while I was searching for my thumbnail image today. And if you don't mind, Artie, please explain.
Yeah, so, Neopets unfortunately got into NFTs, and the first...
More than once, apparently.
Yeah. The first one happened... Gosh, I can't remember dates, but, this past fall, the staff of Neopets didn't really want to do it. The consumers of Neopets really didn't want it. But, Jumpstart, the company that owns Neopets, was like, no, you're doing this. It was a failure. It did very poorly. There was a lot of issues with it. It was bad. And then I think a week or so ago, they announced they're going to do another one, which is well, the first one did very poorly. What are you
expecting?
My question is, if it did so poorly, why? And also, do they really expect kids to buy NFTs?
Well, it's
Well,
not even the people who play Neopets buying these. It's like random adults who, like the NFT people, are like, oh, I need a Neopet. They like people who have never played Neopets before have decided, get the corner.
I want the corner so bad. All right.
Oh, you can't, cause sorry, I haven't played this in a while.
Yeah, you're good. That'll only get me one. That'll only get me one.
I'd say go for the 25 above the bottom corner.
Ah, that's your mistake.
Aha, corner.
Having corners is so fucking good.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so basically now they've started. There's a lot of most of the player bases. It's hashtag no Neo NFTs, something like that. But yeah, there's been a lot of protest against it because the site. So Flash announced years ago that they were retiring it at the end of 2020. And so Neopets mostly runs on Flash. They had like, I don't know how many years to prepare for the end of Flash. The site still has not fully been updated.
Yeah.
So there is stuff that's so still broken that they should have been able to prepare for years ago.
The whole reason they didn't, by the way, was they assumed Flash was going back on their decision, which they didn't.
But they had like years.
They did.
Years to prep for this, and they just fumbled the ball. So the site isn't even fully functional. And the only reason I still actively play is because I can keep it on my second monitor during work and like just refresh at the money tree and grab items and stuff. And like I can mindlessly play it in the background like once a day and I'm fine. But besides that, the site is pretty dead. Well, I mean, again, there's still a player base, but they've really fumbled the ball.
They've long since. A lot of the players who I still know play the game, a lot of them have complaints about the site just not working the way it's supposed to.
Yeah,
Essential.
It makes me sad because this is such a like key part of my growing up in childhood.
It's such a key part of the internet in general. Like,
yeah.
That's the whole thing. It was called Neopet. It was supposed to be a new virtual pet.
Yeah. Because it's been around since 1999. It's been here for a while. And so that's why when people are like, haha, we're doing Neopet NFTs, it's like, but you still don't have a functional website.
And plus, on top of the whole controversy, not only do you not have a fully functional website anymore, you're also not promoting it like you should. You're not treating it as a part of the internet history that it is. You're treating it as just another generic thing, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
Neopets was so much more than that.
And when they switched from Nickelodeon to Jumpstart, they lost a couple of their key features that a lot of players loved. Like, you know, you mentioned the plushies. Key Quest was a big deal. And I played that all the time in middle school with my friends. We would be on the phone doing Key Quest. They lost a server that had all their info for Key Quest. They're like, we're just not doing this again.
Really?
If you talk to any player, they're like, please, for the love of God, we want Key Quest back. They're like, no, we refuse to try to rebuild it. We lost it. Sorry.
Key Quest was such a massive part of Neopets. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was like...
That's where the whole plush line came in the early 2010s, was... like 2008 to like 2011-ish.
Yeah.
Was Key Quest plushes.
Because you had a little code and you could input it on the website and you'd unlock more things by doing that.
You'd get a token and items and all this jazz.
It was really awesome.
And the game itself was really fun, and there were mini games and you got prizes. And it was really fun, and you could do multiplayers.
Hey guys, I think I just kicked its ass.
Oh?
Finally?
Because...
Man, this is making me want to break out my copy.
Okay, so it can only place a block there, but... Ah, I just lost that key space. That gets...
Yeah, I have, like, I think I can think of some games that might have been, that I, like... I played some online web games, but like more generic one.
Okay, Neopets was at first the generic one.
Yeah, like it is like the one.
It was. It's not to put any other web game down. Like, it's cool. But Neopets was the thing where it was like, you went on there in the same vein as Club Penguin. Like, it was spoken in
Yeah.
the same vein. In fact,
This
it
was
at one
before
point,
Club Penguin
and it became,
and all of that.
and it was bigger than Club Penguin for a very long time.
Yeah. Like, I remember
Is that
growing up,
why- oh, sorry.
Webkins was a big deal. And I think that's why eventually they started making plushies with codes, because Webkins was big as a fad, but like, before that, Neopets was just insane. I mean, it literally has had multiple video games. And this isn't their biggest name game, but The Darkest Fairy is like a solid game.
Yeah.
Like, it was big enough to have its own video game. It's been at McDonald's twice. It was at Burger King once.
Oh, and
it
let's...
had its own cereal. It had a huge trading card game. There was so much to it.
And to
like,
by the way, even to just continue that sentiment, Neopets was even so big that when it went and copied, oh god, what was it? That, like, it was able to get a lot of effort put into everything it had. Like, this game, it's made by Capcom. Like,
yeah.
that's...
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is a big name game. There's effort here. Like, every time Neopets ever brought into a studio, usually they throw a lot of effort at it.
Yeah.
But
So which one came first? Did Disney buy Club Penguin first, or did Nickelodeon buy this first?
Oh, I don't know.
I-
I forget when Disney...
I didn't remember Disney buying Club Penguin.
I
They
remember
did,
it did buy it. Yeah, I think that might have been... Alright. Neopets was bought by Nickelodeon 2005.
I think
When
Club
did-
Penguin was bought out first, probably.
Let me see. Disney by...
So I'm assuming
Penguin.
one of them did that.
2007.
like that to each other.
2007.
Yeah.
Neopets
Huh.
was first.
So I'm assuming Disney did that to Club Penguin, like to
After
counter
seeing
that.
Neopets, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because they thought they could do a whole bunch of stuff with it, but the big thing is once Nickelodeon bought Neopets, they did a shit ton to promote it. Like, I remember there being advertisements on TV.
Oh yeah.
They
yeah.
did a
Disney did that too for Club Penguin.
But yeah, but you don't get it. Like, there was even talks at one point of there being a full Neopets cartoon.
There was rumors for years that there was going to be a whole ass movie. Never happened, but for years they were like, in 2006 we're going to have a movie. Never happened, but like there were talks there was going to be a movie.
And then in 2007, and then 2008.
And it always got delayed. And so they're always like, oh, Neopets is coming to the Switch. And that's been talked about for the past like 2-ish years.
But they also talked about
Hasn't happened.
Yeah, but they also talked about other things, and I'm like, okay. I think Neopets on Switch would be cool, but make it like The Darkest Fairy. Don't make it like
I
this.
want a port of my beloved game so bad. Everyone's like, this game sucks. I'm like, you don't understand how much like ingrained. This was my first ever video game. 2005. It was our first game system
Hey.
with the PS2. I love it.
I'm not even gonna lie right here, because this is how crazy attached players are to this game. When I went into the game store and asked about Neopets for PlayStation
Yeah.
2, it did not come up on their record. The game had never entered their system.
Damn.
That is how attached people are to this series.
And like you can find it
Jeez.
online, but I generally do not find it in stores at like used game places because people like who have it really like it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like a Dreamcast. If you have one, you have one, and you're never letting that shit go.
But yeah, I think my ones that I played the most was Club Penguin,
Mm.
and this might be more of a UK thing, so you might not know it. I mean maybe. It's kind of, mind you, this was I was like 9ish, 10ish, something like that. Moshi Monsters, I think it was called.
Oh, I heard of that. I tried that. Yeah, that was in the big around 2009 to 2010. There was a huge boom of online games after the success of Webkins, and I tried Moshi Monsters for like a month or so, and it was all right.
I remember Moshi Monsters. I don't remember liking it.
It was not as functional as some of the other online games. I remember around that same time, like Beanie Babies, Deadass tried to do their own online thing. Build-A-Bear did.
I feel. I remember when Build-A-Bear did because it failed so hard.
Yeah, Bearville.
Oh my god.
The thing with Moshi Monsters though is that like a lot of people don't like. Yeah, a lot of people played the A lot of people played like the online game, which like yeah, it's what it's known for. But even more people played the no, like they will not play. They would like collect because they don't do it anymore. They went. I think they went. The company went bankrupt ages ago. But they were more famous for the little minifigures they had.
Yeah, I just looked on eBay and I'm seeing a whole lot of them. Like, damn, I didn't realize this was a whole like thing.
Yeah, Moshi Monsters is a very big thing, at least here in the UK, and to like be especially like my generation, I'd say. Like it's close to a lot of people's hearts.
That's a little shocking, honestly.
It might be the UK's like version of Neopets, because at least from like where I live, I'm not sure about like the entire UK because of course I don't live there, but I've never heard a single person like even like older or younger than me talk about Neopets.
Well, the thing about Neopets was, early on it was linked to Scientology, which is probably why it didn't leave the States further than it did, because it was mostly a thing here in the States and Canada. I think they tried a couple things in Japan, but...
Pepsi Glurt was from Japan.
Really?
Have you heard of Pepsi Glurt?
Can you send me a thing of what is it?
I'll have to find a picture of it. My a collecting Neopet acquaintance of mine owns one of the very rare, hard to find, made in merchandise plush Pepsi Glurts. It's a whole thing.
I really hope that when you're saying Pepsi Glurt, I hope it's just as crazy as Pepsi Man.
Unfortunately not.
Because,
but
like...
Japan had some very interesting, like, Neopets exclusive merchandise.
Okay, so I'm assuming it was probably just as big over there as it was for us.
Probably to some degree.
I can't think of any.
Honestly, though, I think Neopets was special to my heart, at least, because these little plushies followed me. Didn't matter where I was at, this followed me. Like, I never forgot it. I was little when Neopets was a big thing. But I still remembered it going from middle school to high school to elementary. It didn't matter if I graduated. I still have my McDonald's plushies. I still have the cards. I had a learning educational
Cards are
game.
so nice.
Like, I'm not even kidding. Around my house, I've hidden Neopets. And when I see them,
I'm gonna steal them.
I smile. Oh, don't you dare.
No, I wouldn't.
But like, no, like, Neopets is one of those special things where it's like, I wasn't old enough to really have it,
Mm-hmm.
but I was old enough to remember it, and it stuck with me. And I think that's what makes it really special, is the fact that it didn't need to do much to stick with me.
Yeah. Like, I've come and gone in phases, but, like, I will always come back to Neopets. Like,
Yeah.
no matter where I've gone, I will always come back to Neopets.
So, I think I've got it on the ropes.
Probably.
I'm really confused. Like, okay. Because if I
Can you
put
guys hear
one
me?
here, he steals it. Alright.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yes.
hear you just fine.
Okay. But so Club Penguin, I know, has been like remade for like by a different like I think just some
Yeah.
dedicated fans.
I love
And
playing that.
apparently, so has Moshi Monsters, but I've never tried it.
Really?
Well,
I
Neopets...
didn't
what
know
I-
that one.
The problem is that Neopets has been around so long that at this point, remaking all of this from scratch is basically
No, there's
impossible.
Neopets Classic. No, there is.
No, but
There's somebody who's...
but the difference between
Okay.
the Club Penguin remake is that didn't they like copied the source code from a previous version?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think they did. I think that's why it's like something you can still play. But no, Neopets, there is a group. I don't know the full details, but you can go play make an account and play it like it was the original, like early 2000s Neopets.
Okay, but does it have all the features?
I haven't looked at it in a while, but it's got a decent amount of stuff.
That's the thing that I'm saying, though, is because to be a full redo, it's gotta have all the features. And if it doesn't quite do that, then I don't know. I feel like if at this point the whole site needs a revamp, because it hasn't had a revamp in forever.
I mean, it has, and they're just doing it very slowly. So the rollout is incredibly, like, they do have stuff like set so you can play it on mobile, but not the entire site has been converted.
And hey, hi Aquil. We're just talking about Neopets as I play this little hidden gem here.
If you like this one decently, I would say you
that.
should look to try to find a port of Neopets' Pet Wand of Wishing, which is another video game they made for the PSP, which is pretty fun.
I remember Wand of Wishing. Fun fact, I had a chance to buy Wand of Wishing, the Naruto fighting game for PSP that was based on the live-action movie, or Namco Collection. And originally I was going to get Neopets, then I was going to get Naruto, and my dad eventually just said, nope, you're getting this, because I want you to play Pac-Man.
Oh!
Which, honestly, kind of a blessing, because that game was great, and the Naruto game was the second one I had saw, and it was the one that I was going to originally get over Neopets, which hurts, because I played that Naruto fighting game on PSP, and it's god-awful.
Well, the nice thing about these old Neopet games is, thankfully, they're not that pricey online.
No, they're not. Even the Darkest Berry is only like $20, but I have a feeling that might start going up in price soon.
It's been hanging about that price for the last so many years, trust me.
Yeah, but still.
I've been, like, slowly following it since, like, 2019, and it has not really changed in price. Maybe $1, give or take.
Give it a chance, because if they ever go ahead and remake it...
Oh my god.
That's...
Bro, if they ever did something with the Darkest Fairy again, I would literally sob. Because, like, that game is so much to me. Like, in middle school, I wrote a whole script, like, a summary script of how a sequel could go. And, like, I put it on DeviantArt, and some people really liked it.
Can I ask, do you know if there was ever plans to make a sequel?
I have no idea. There's a lot of hidden content that can be found in the game's files, including when you play it. I will teach you how to get into the secret area that they never actually completed but left in the entire game that you just have to kind of clip into.
Please note, everybody, we are planning on doing the Darkest Fairy. The only reason we haven't is because I couldn't find it in time for this video. Trust me, today was supposed to be the start of Darkest Fairy.
But yeah, so I learned 2-3 years ago, I want to say actually 2019, so I guess that is 3 years ago, oh my god, that there is that secret area in game that they just left in there. And so my younger brother and I had, like, grown up, we loved this game, and I'm like, Bob, there's like a whole secret area in this game that we've never gotten to. And so it took a number of tries to get it, because if you don't do it right, you can clip through the end of the map and you just die. And after many attempts, we finally got it, and it was wild, because for the first time ever since, like, we initially played it in, like, 2006, 2007, we were playing a new part of the game that we had never experienced before.
Whack.
Good time.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I could just go on, like, a long tangent about how much I love Neopets.
Oh, by the way, did you ever tell him about the Hollow Knight thing that happened?
Which one?
The me beating, what's her name?
Oh, yeah, I told my brother, he's like, no way.
Did
Like,
you
no way. No one just beats a Hornet their first try ever.
You showed him that, right? The video, right?
I didn't show him, but I told him. He was like, no way. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what? Because, like, usually, like, on your replay, usually you can beat her first try, but, like, I don't know if, like, there probably are other folks, but, like, somebody who's just beaten a Hornet on their first try.
I don't like this fight at all. I'm gonna be real. I don't really enjoy Go that much, and this game is
It's the same way on the Wii.
really
Hate to break it to
it's
you.
the exact same.
It's like the same game, but like a
Played
little
this for,
more
like, 20
open
minutes,
story
more than
than
20 minutes.
So I could have. What's the PSP game? Please tell me it was better.
Pet Pet Wand of Wishing.
Okay, but what was it?
It was basically you are a pet going through a world. You were in the Neopet world.
Okay.
You got teleported into the pet world. You have to get the Wand of Wishing from the bad guy who teleported you into the pet world, and then go back to your world and free it. The Neopet world, like, free it. But you're playing as a pet, and it's kind of like a little open world. I don't know if open world's the right way, but you can choose between 4 different pet races: Doggo, Fox, Meowclops, Croc, or Mazu. You can even, like, you got armors you can wear. There's different colors. You can paint your pet. You go through all these lands, and you're pursuing these guys, and it's really fun. And the music's pretty solid for it. And I really enjoyed it. It came out in 2006, but I did not get a PSP. My dad got it for me that Christmas, not realizing, neither of us knew that you couldn't just, like, you know, put a PSP game in a PS2. We didn't know that.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't know. And so I did not get a PSP until, I think, I was in 6th grade, so almost 2009. And I played it for the first time, and I loved it. And it's, like, really enjoyable. See, we got the puzzle adventure when it came out on Wii, because this was an early Wii game.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the earliest, but it was like one of the earlier ones where there wasn't a ton of options for Wii games. And I like Neopets, so yeah, we played it. But, like, so we played that, but, like, the puzzle adventure games are, like, alright, but the real good games are Wand of Wishing and The Darkest Fairy.
So I could have emulated that game instead.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Yeah. You can do that instead of just switching over to the Wii game. Oh, you can get the corner now.
I wasn't planning on switching over to the Wii game because I saw a little bit of footage and said, fuck it, I'm not downloading a massive, like... Because that file is really fucking massive.
Hey, Yoki. I used to dumpster dive. Did you find anything good in your dumpster?
Artie, be warned, Yoki dude's a bit of a troll.
Oh.
I just figured
okay.
I'd warn you now, just in case it
Dumpster
goes...
diving's cool.
Dumpster diving is pretty cool, but I'm also warning you because I'm like, I know his tangents go off the rails.
If you watched any part of last stream, you'd know.
Yep. Oh, am I the only one who can place anything? Fucking damn. How the fuck did I turn this around? Alright. But that's it. It's go with little power-up gimmicks.
Hell yeah.
Of course, so what'd you say it was called?
Neopets, the Pet Wand of Wishing.
Okay, let me go find it real fast.
Sure.
Because there are, I don't trust many websites, and I don't give my secrets out, so...
You good.
Yeah, so how about we talk
I'm afraid hello?
You said you have to go?
I'm afraid I have to go.
Oh no.
It's alright.
We'll be here talking about Neopets.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's alright. You'll be on for See ya. See you soon. Oh shit, they don't have it on my normal website. Neopets Pet Adventures Wonder Wishing PSP. God, I'm such a scrub. Downloading things on the internet.
Ugh.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real. I wasn't really expecting to be like. I was not expecting this just to be go. I thought there was gonna be.
I should have warned you. It's just go. It's really not a spectacular game.
I really thought there was gonna be anything else in this game.
Like actual puzzles and an adventure.
I was like, hey, it looks like Bejeweled on the back of the box. We're gonna be playing some Bejeweled. Bejeweled's fun. I'm sure they've got other mini games. This one looks like Go. Great. There will be multiple little things to go. It's just Go. It's just Go, and you misread the box. I feel hurt. Not gonna lie. I know I shouldn't feel hurt, but I feel hurt.
A sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I really wish you could have told me.
I'm sorry. I thought you knew.
You have to remember, Neopets for me and Neopets for you is quite different. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, I know. Yeah. I guess my perspectives are very different.
Like, it's not like, oh, it's a whole new thing. It's, oh, well, he knows about it, he has the plushies, he has the cards, but he probably hasn't played any of the video games, despite being a big video game guy.
That's fair. I mean, they're kind of obscure games, to be honest. Like, most people I wouldn't point out and be like, have you played the Neopet game? And they're like, what?
Oh, yeah, the guy in the game store fucking gave me this weird look when I asked him, like, for Neopets.
I mean, these games, like, I think the puzzle adventures are, like, 2008-ish? 2009? And Wanda Wishing is 2006. Darkest Fairy is 2005. Like, these are old and obscure.
Oh, you know what's even funnier? He gave me an even weirder look when I said Mario is missing on NES. You know. Alright. Let's, let me just move my files to where they need to be. Okay.
No, this game is Pepe Wanda Wishing is kind of like a longer game. Like, I don't know how many hours I put into mine, but like you get a decent like play out of it. And I don't expect you to play like the full game, but like there's a lot to it if you want to keep that as like a hey, I can't think of what to do today. I guess we'll go back to this.
Yeah, I kind of expected it to be something more akin to that, anyways.
Yeah.
So, because you know, I can play one game like every week, like we've been doing. You know, Sonic, it's one-offs, but I'm beating the game. Mega Man, we play it every week. Hollow Knight, we're playing it every week. But, you know, there's substance to it. When it comes to something like Neopets, we might run into some issues. Like Darkest Fairy, no problems there. I know how that one's gonna go. But
Yeah.
because I had it before, it's not like I'm hunting around for shit. Okay.
What did you just play?
Neopets, the one, Wand of Wishing.
That's
Or
nice.
no. We just played Quest Adventure or whatever it is.
Puzzle Adventure, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Who's in her voice chat now? I'm not seeing the name.
This is Tomo.
Howdy.
Hello. Howdy.
I've got to
Okay.
controls. Control mapping.
Woo.
Left, D-pad, right, circle, X, square, triangle, start, select, L, R, analog up, analog down. Does anybody else think it's weird that the PSP only had one stick?
Yes.
Like, that
I'm
was...
thinking about it.
I've never owned a PSP.
Okay. Hang on. Let me, I'm booting it up.
Thump.
Look at how tiny that window be. God, this game runs at 30
Be
FPS.
small.
God. Okay. There we go.
Ew.
New game. So,
Hmm.
I do not remember what the pets were. If you could refresh my
Basically,
memory.
oh, 1 second, I gotta mute.
I know they were pets for your Neopet, but that was all I remember. Oh, one-eye.
Pets for pets.
Average.
Pets for pets.
Pets for your Neopet, yeah.
Yeah, they were basically, so the people who created Neopets weren't that creative, and they're like, oh, it's a pet for your Neopet, pet. Do you want to know what the little bugs that can get attached to your pets are called? Pets.
Yeah.
Neopets would have been a great name, but it's just pet.
I like it because it's funny. What do we name this guy? Chat, what do we name him?
Blinky.
Blinkums.
Or Blinkums.
I like Meowclopses a lot. They're a fun design.
I just chose the one I like. The first... its stats are shit, but I'm like...
Well, you can also
Yeah.
upgrade your stats through the Battle Dome and little stuff. This is actually overall a solid game.
Hey. Well, I mean, it looks solid. Oh boy, pre-rendered cutscenes.
There's one actually animated cutscene. Well, this and then the ending.
Oh, I should probably change...
The title. Yeah, I love the warehound creature pets. It took them years, but eventually they added them to the main site, because for a while they only existed in this game.
God, this title is so long. Alright, now it says Neopets, DSPSP spinoffs, and NFT ripoffs.
Ew.
Because I'm not letting anybody forget that. Because if you haven't heard of Neopets in a while and knew they were still here,
Yeah.
that's gonna drive somebody nuts. Oh my god, is it like a different cutscene depending on who you pick?
Yeah, you get a different... They animated all 4 opening scenes for each pet.
That's a lot of work, actually.
Yeah, it's funny because she calls them all fluffy, including, the scaly crocodile character, which is okay.
So this was intended for the fluffy critters, but...
They kept it in for the croc, yeah. Croc, but it's spelled Krawk. Croc.
Okay, I might need to turn this game down just a little bit.
Have you done this? What did you find in that book?
You can't hear my game going, can you?
No, you're fine.
No, you good.
Okay.
The wand is only a legend, Argus.
I will have it.
If the wand did exist,
Uh-oh.
I would take it and wish this day never happened.
You gotta run.
One lies within this very chamber. You
Uh.
gypsy Megan, and gypsies have kept the lore of the wand for
No.
God, there is so much lore here that I did not remember Neopets having.
That the
I don't know if I've ever fully tied in the Pet Pet Wand of Wishing to the main website, and I don't think it connects to the Darkest Fairy or anything. It kind of just is? Question mark?
That's fair. I know the Wand of Wishing they... Or no, not... I know for the Darkest Fairy, that connected to the website.
Yeah, later on, a year or so after the game, they like made a whole event about discovering Altador and the Darkest Fairy and like a whole thing about it.
And they later on did like a sequel event, that I know about, but it wasn't as big as the
Yeah,
first time
I
they did
think
it.
I was in college during the sequel event and I missed it. Because I didn't play much during college, and during that time, they like destroyed my main account, they froze it so I cannot access it. I'm like, they're like, you were being a scammer. I'm like, I wasn't on the computer. I was in college. I hadn't played this in months. What are you talking about? So I have been playing since then on an other old side account I had.
Artie, are you asking for free art on main?
No, I promise.
No, it's okay. I give you free art anyways. So then.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like,
it's...
I really enjoy this game.
Is this...
Cute.
Okay. Analog stick... Is it a Zelda? Is this a Zelda game?
I don't know if it qualifies as Zelda game, but it's...
It's like top down,
Yeah.
and I can move the I don't like that, but I can move the camera. This game feels really slippery with a proper analog stick, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels wrong to not play this on PSP. But-
Man, this makes me want to dig out my PSP and play this, because I've been debating for months if I want to try this game again.
And let's be real, I mean, like, if this game is available for download, that means it's also available on the PS Vita.
Oh, that's true. I don't have a Vita, though. I only had the PSP.
I have a Vita, but I am not going to install anything else on it, because I don't have the storage space, and I don't feel like buying a knockoff memory stick. Okay. Start as that. Select. Okay.
Wait,
Cool.
go get the little cupcake.
Wait, what?
There's a little thing next to the... Yeah, equip the stick.
Banana!
hoe.
It's a banana.
Broken hoe at knee.
Broken hoe.
The cat carries a broken hoe and smacks bitches with it.
God. You know what's even...
Damn.
It's even worse, because
You can smash barrels. And hay. Sorry, while I'm seeing you run around.
it's worse than when you say that, because I am a cat.
I know, that's the whole joke. But
I'm gonna smash your kneecaps.
Jesus.
Tomo,
destroy the hay.
Tomo, you're next.
No. You ain't
Man,
touching
this
my
is giving me such nostalgia for this game. I have not played it in ages.
I've got a big old
But
grin on my
it's
face.
so fun.
I knew this video was not gonna do that great, but I'm still like, I'm playing Neopets today. Fuck the world.
Hell yeah.
That's like all of my logic right now. Do you want stick? I have stick. Do you want it? How about you? You want stick?
Bin.
I turn with camera, so you can have
Meow.
stick. Oh god, this is... Like, I'm staring at the center of the screen and everything
Yeah,
else.
oh, it's making me dizzy too. Hard pass.
Sorry. Okay, I
me.
stopped doing that. It's okay.
Spin.
Shit.
Spin to win.
See, this is something more akin to what I thought it was gonna be. Like, okay,
Yeah,
Walker.
no, Puzzle Adventures was a very cheap write-off of a...
I legitimately thought it was gonna be like, move around, and then like, oh, here's a game of Bejeweled. Oh, here's a game of this. Here's another minigame.
No. I'm
No.
sorry I didn't warn you.
I feel
I thought you
hurt.
had looked into it ahead of time.
I literally just agreed to a Neopets game, looked up what games were on console, only saw 3 and said, I doubt I'll be able to run a PSP game, and just said, the DS one looks fine. Oh, it's for a Wii too. Maybe we'll showcase both. Then I found out the Go. It just Go.
It's just Go.
It's
Yeah.
I feel like that should be the next. It's bonkers. It's just Go.
It's just Go.
Let's just go.
Go straight to horny jail. Bonk. First.
Been in horny jail for 30 years.
Free him.
So Tomo, have you ever played Neopets?
No, not one.
Have you ever heard of Neopets before?
I think. It's
Okay.
been a while.
That's fair. They haven't done a whole lot with it in forever.
Yeah, they kind of been just letting it wither.
Which is really sad, because it is a really
Yeah.
important part of the internet.
Yeah, basically when Jumpstart bought it, it kind of that was really what is kind of like sealed the nail in the coffin. Like the only people still playing are like really dedicated fans at this point. They don't have much of a new player base.
Or, you know, people like me who just showed up one day and are smashing the pumpkins. I'm
Oh,
like, you know, people like me who are interested in old shit and just go, hey, I'm gonna play this thing and learn about all of the history.
Yee. No, Wand of Wishing is like a solid fleshed out game, and like people would know the Darkest Fairy, but like even less people would know this like Wand of Wishing than the Darkest Fairy.
This makes me kind of want to pick up a copy, honestly.
I mean, looking on eBay, they average between like $8 to $15. They're not pricey.
My local shop has it for like $4. I only passed
Oh my
on
god.
it. I only passed on it because it was like, well, it's not the Darkest Fairy. I wanted the Darkest Fairy. I don't have much money.
Yeah, I'd definitely say scoop it for $4.
Yeah,
It's fun, and like you can have multiple save files and all that jazz, so you can do multiple games. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the 12th is Truman's birthday, and we are going to a arcade, but inside of that mall is a local game store. So I'm gonna be looking for the Darkest Fairy.
Oh, yeah.
And also this, if I can get my hands on it. Because, I buy too many video games, and the world can't stop me. Artie can't even stop me. Like, I fucking threatened.
Nope.
I threatened to buy her a plushie. Like, I am legit chaotic today. Wait, I can taunt?
I think that's supposed to be blocking.
Is it
Oh no, that's casting a spell. That's casting a spell. You don't have any spells equipped.
It's more like...
Go into your inventory, you can equip one.
Oh, I see.
I forget how you open. Yeah. I think if you go back to inventory, I forgot how you switch between them. It might be analog stick.
Oh,
Oh yeah, wait, you want quick items. Yeah.
okay, so I go in here.
Whoop, and you're off to the first town.
Alright. I have Nova. I'm off to the
Yeah.
first town, but I also... Oh. I have to
You can
hit...
cast.
I have to hit the square button.
Yes, to depart.
I'm playing this with a PS3 controller, by the way, so, like... This just feels weird. The game looks really nice for a PSP title.
Yeah, the graphics are like a little nicer than I remember. I thought I remembered it being a bit clunkier, but this is a little nicer than I remember it being.
I know I'm emulating, but I mean it's a game. Dude, this guy's grunting is throwing me off.
Oh yeah, I forgot they have the weird little voices. Eventually, there's a whole. Oh wait, you're a Meowclops. There's a whole area you're gonna go to that's called Monastery of the Meow. It's all cats. The Meowclopses.
What if it was just called a Meownastery?
God.
That would have made too much sense.
This is why. This is why. it's a meowdy day. I still can't believe that was just go. Like,
They kind of shit the game out really fast, it seems like. Because it was like, especially for the Wii, they were just like, hey, this game exists. Oh, like, hey, the Wii's a new platform. I guess we'll crap out a Neopet game really fast.
who made this one?
Oh, I don't know.
Ew, his eyeball, man.
Very wizard. So also in this game, there are different elements you can use for powers. So like, you're the Meowclop, so you have fire powers, and you can use fire spells. It's neat.
I mean, I don't think of myself as very warm and inviting, but okay.
Why not?
Are you warm and inviting, or submissive and breedable?
Oh no.
No.
This little guy knows what he is. Damn, new Elder Scrolls looking good.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I ported Skyrim to Neopets, and this is what happened.
What do you mean they ported Skyrim to Neopets? They ported Neopets to Skyrim.
Perfect.
Still more mod support than Skyrim.
Rip.
Rippy rip. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just exploring.
I think there's quests.
Yeah, that guy sent me on a quest, but I'm not feeling like reading. I'm feeling like just plowing through a game.
Oh yeah, go talk to the mayor, the dude in the funky hat.
Oh, okay. To the guy with the hat. I wish I could jump. I could just...
Yeah, you can't jump in this game, and in my first playthrough, I got soft locked because there was an area next to a save point where you could get stuck, and I had saved, and I cannot continue that game because I'm physically stuck there.
Well then. Is this the guy with the...
If you go back to, like, the town center, the dude with, like, the red fluffy hat, that dude's training.
Yeah, no training for us. We already know how to kick ass and take names.
The Battle Dome is basically, hey, you want to improve your stats? Yes.
I will save, though. Anybody else find it weird that the PS3 can play PSP games if you fucking put them on there?
I guess.
Artie, did you not know about that?
I did not. Can I do that?
So I have 3 PlayStation 3s, and 2 of them are modded. And I have put Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, both the PSP remakes of that, Mega Man Maverick Hunter X, Mega Man Powered Up, Ratchet and Clank Size Matters, and they just work. There's some small graphical glitches, but it works.
How do I do that? Do I have to, like...
You have to mod the...
I know yeah, because I'm like, the little disc is, like, physically too small.
Yes, the little disc is physically too small, but I have modded my system and put the files on there physically, and they worked. So this is the guy?
I think so, in the hat. No, not Castra. In the town center, there was, like, the mayor. The red hat.
What? This guy?
Sorry, the YouTube... I'm watching through the YouTube stream. Not Grey Mole. Go back to where that, like, fountain was.
We were just over there!
I'm sorry, when I'm watching through the YouTube, you're delayed.
I'm sorry. I should probably be streaming this to Discord too, but I'm like, I don't want to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream actually scares me.
Oh, are you nervous for Hollow Knight?
Because so tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is also very busy generally at my job because people have money and can spend it.
Yeah.
So I know tomorrow's gonna be busier than shit, and I get to come home and I'm gonna fumble my way through Hollow Knight. You know, Saturday was fun.
Half the fun of Hollow Knight is kind of fumbling around.
Yeah.
We also don't have to make it a full long stream. We can always, if you only want to do like an hour or so, we can do that.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking about it. I'm just going, why did I put it on Friday?
Yeah, that guy. I have to talk to. I have not played this game in a while. I'm trying to remember.
Not even gonna lie, we're already like an hour in, and I'm just like ready to stop. But I know I shouldn't because I'm actually enjoying this.
I mean, for a little longer. I'll have to dip when dinner shows up in a little bit. I forget when, but
I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just kind of like,
yeah. I think if you go find your quest, I think you need to go talk to a tree. No, you want to stay in the village.
what's the plot of the game? Revolta, the plot is you're a pet, you jump through a portal, you're looking for the Wand of Wishing.
You're trying to steal it back from the bad guy.
Yeah, because his pet stole it.
Yeah. And it's cool, you go through all these different pet worlds, like there's a desert, there's a jungle forest,
There's death.
you go into a volcano shrine.
They got a whole lot of effort out of it. It's like, just the models alone look really nice. Please note, guys, this is a PSP title. I'm not like...
From 2006.
Yeah, so we're looking at, like, low-quality PS2 era looking games. Like, low budget, but, like, it's a portable, so it's high budget.
Yeah, they put, like, actual effort into this, and the Darkest Fairy...
What's going on?
I think you have...
No. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but there's a lot of graphics to it, a flicker.
I'm seeing a bit of flickering on, yeah.
On the trees. Shit.
Gosh, I forget how you proceed to... Yeah, no, you have to go around. That's right.
I'm just like, that's a lot of flickering.
Yeah. If you're back in the main area, there's, like, shops where you can buy new weapons, because I super recommend getting some sort of bow and or crossbow, because there are certain bosses that, like, you cannot get close to and have to have, like, a projectile weapon, or you just cannot proceed through the game.
You know what this game reminds me of? And it's gonna sound so stupid that it reminds me of it. But have you ever played Medieval?
I have not.
So, it's you play as a skeleton in that game, and you have one attack button, and you run around, and you beat people over the head with your arm, and eventually you get new items and stuff, and you have magic, and it's kind of like this, but more 3D.
I don't know who died.
Also, it's, yeah. I don't know. This looks pretty good. It feels pretty good to play, but it's not the Darkest Fairy, and
no. But it's fun in the meantime.
It is fun in the meantime, and we'll probably have to come back to this at some point, but probably not in the future. I do have a copy of the Darkest Fairy coming in the mail, so whenever that comes in, we'll be starting it. I literally just ordered it before the stream started, by the way. I should state that. Well, I get paid tomorrow, and I didn't want to go all week with, like, $10 in my bank account, so...
Fair. Oh, you valid.
You know, I'm already kind of broke as is.
That's why you were like, I'm gonna buy you a plushie. I'm like, where? Don't do this to yourself.
Where you getting money from, bitch? I don't know. I stole it.
Not again.
You know what? It's perfectly valid. It's like, where you getting money from? But every time you ask me where I get my money from, it's always like, I have no idea. I just found it. I found it.
Spawns.
It's like asking a child, like, how are you paying for your McDonald's today, little kid? Money! Where'd you get the money? Places? Did you steal it from your mom's purse? Again?
Yeah.
Of course, Tomo would say yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of cute. I think it's a good game.
Thank you.
It is a little stiff, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's...
Like, you can clearly tell when the game is turning and locking the character in place. Tax fraud?
Yeah.
No, yes, totally. That's where we're getting it from.
Yeah, NFTs, tax fraud, same thing.
Yeah, you know. Scams, pyramid schemes. That's where we're getting it from.
Multi-level marketing systems. Woo.
Woot woot. But no, today, this was a fun little showcase. I just feel bad that I had to showcase this as well, because this deserves so much more than just a showcase.
Yeah. Well, we can always come back to it at a later date now that you've got it saved and stuff. And I
Mhm.
can, like... I've been meaning to replay it myself, so maybe after I get done with Arceus, I can, like, kind of try to re-guide you through this, because it's been so long for me.
Oh, trust me, before we even get this, we're doing the Darkest Fairy first. And,
Of course.
We'll probably end up doing Arceus as well before we get to this. This will be a
Nice.
way later down
It's
the
like
road.
a very back burner.
Yeah, it is not on the front plate. It is on the interest, though.
Yeah.
Like, we'll finish Hollow Knight and Omori before we come back to this, but I am totally down for more of this. This is really interesting.
The questing bush.
The sage bush. Oh, that's clever. Yeah. Sorry, these grumblings are making me feel all sorts of weird things. I'm like, on one hand, it's like, oh, cool, they added little, like, Banjo-Kazooie grunts. On the other hand, I'm like, this sounds wrong, and I know it. Like, it just sounds like you have, what are you... To quote an old video that I have put together and have debated posting on this channel, as, like, a short, we found this clip from, like, a Christian movie.
Yeah.
It was like, what are you doing with that horse?
Oh no.
I'll have to send you the clip, but essentially I put a piece of My Little Pony image that's not super savory over top of it, just zoomed it in, like, super close to the face. Like, it's not safe for work anymore, it's just questionable. But with the voice crack, it zooms in.
Majestic.
Yes, I'll have to send it to you. I know it's, like, my favorite edit I have ever done on anything. Like, we found this sound clip by watching, like, a bunch of random-ass videos. And all of a sudden, this sound clip, and we just thought, oh, I have to put this over top of this.
Yeah.
Alright. You know, but an hour-long stream, it's short, it's small.
Yeah.
So far, I think this is pretty good. This is probably a pretty good stopping point. I know it's not, like, the 2-3 hour things, but...
Every stream has to be super long, and I feel like we've adequately showcased some stuff.
And we've demonstrated some knowledge of Neopets, so if you
Oh,
want,
yeah.
So if you want to go support Neopets, go.
Don't buy an NFT.
Don't go buy an NFT.
I shall not.
I'm gonna say, do not go buy an NFT. None of us here on the channel promote that crap.
Nope.
But we
I
are.
won't,
Oh,
I won't buy an NFT, but I'll buy 20.
okay.
No.
No.
I got a dip, because dinner has arrived.
That's all good. I'm about to end it anyways. So, but if you want to go see more Neopet stuff on this channel, leave a like on the video, comment down below, scream it in my face during every stream, and we will come back to it, trust me.
Hell yeah.
Even if you support Neopet with them. If you want to support a Neopets thing, go sign up for their website. Play the
Yeah, the NFTs actually don't support them. That's like the worst part.
Yeah,
They don't get any money from it.
Yeah, no, the NFTs go directly into the main head company. What was it called again?
Jumpstart.
Jumpstart. So if you want, just go fucking sign up for Neopets and go play the shit. Don't actually fucking do their
Alrighty,
bullshit.
I got a dip. It's been good, folks.
Yep.
See you tomorrow at Hollow Knight.
Later, Artie. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
And audience, just remember, share the links around, leave a like, comment below, tell me what you want to see more of, and join the Discord link in the description. Or it's always fun having you. NFTs are actual tax fraud. Yes, they are. But that's what we got today. Yeah. See you guys tomorrow for more crazy shenanigans with Hollow Knight. I've been your humble host, and good night, everybody.
Good night. Or good morning, or good afternoon.
No, it's definitely good night.
But it's day for me.
It's 5 in the afternoon, so go take a nap.
No, I woke up.
Good night.